So here I am meeting with social media influencer John Oberg. So John is a superstar social media professional. He specialises in using his channels to help animals, especially through encouraging people to go vegan. He recently celebrated attracting over 50,000 followers to his Facebook page. Hi John, and congratulations on that, and welcome to the Viva Vegan podcast.
Hey Helen, thanks so much for having me. I love the work that Viva does, and I love to be a part of the podcast now. And there's so much work to be done for animals, and so I'm happy to do my little piece and to talk about more about what I'm up to and how other advocates can use this powerful tool at their fingertips called social media to really maximize the good that they can do for animals.
John, tell us a little bit more about the work you do. Where did it start for you, and how did you get onto this path?
Yeah, absolutely. So I got started on this path because my mom raised me as a single mother and really instilled compassion in me as a young child. Really taught me to be kind to animals. And so for years, my mom and I would advocate for animals in different ways, mostly related to cats and turtles and wildlife. And we would do everything from trapping and neutering and re-releasing cats to doing other forms of advocacy. One example in particular, my mom and we used to go to this park, and we used to see these deer all the time. And then these deer were protected. And then out of the blue, they decided that they were going to have a hunt and to kill a bunch of these deer that we knew so closely, and we're so heartbroken about it. But normally for me, I wouldn't normally take action because I was just like a 9 or 10-year-old kid, and I saw injustices going on in the world, but I didn't think I could do anything about it. But my mom did not sit on her laurels. What she did was she encouraged me to get out there and to speak up for the animals. And so her and I, we stood outside the entrances and the exits with signs that said, stop the hunt, and being cruel isn't cool. I remember that was one of the signs my mom made. And we got local media coverage, and ultimately, actually, the hunt continued, and many deer lost their lives. But what that taught me was that when there is injustice going on in the world, we don't have to just sit back and let it happen. We can use our voices to try and make a difference. And so, numerous things like this occurred in my childhood, my teenage years. And then what I ultimately realized in my early 20s was that if I love animals, I should take that love that I have for animals and apply it to all animals, not just cats and dogs and wildlife. I should take that compassion for animals and apply it to the farm animals that are out there and the animals that for over 20 years I've been eating just about every single day. And so I decided to become a vegetarian with the intention of going vegan. And then I slowly weaned myself off animal products. And this is all based on the principle that an animal lover shouldn't be eating animals. And then once I learned about factory farming, so I learned about how dairy cows and egg-laying hens were treated. And then I learned about how all farm animals live lives of misery from birth to death, rather than just having, decent lives with one bad day. And so once I learned the truth about animal agriculture, I made the decision to go vegan. And that was in October 2009. So I just celebrated my 10-year vegan anniversary last year. And it's been the best 10 years of my life. And I'm very honored to be one of many vegans out there who have also, learned how farm animals were treated and made the decision that this is not something that they want to support.